Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a blessing to have you guys with us. So, as the description says, it's fibro part 1.2, or my journey with fibro part 1.2, because it's still pre-symptoms, and it's just a different level or from a different perspective. Uh, the first one was just about the physical pain, physical symptoms, the things that people don't see, but you feel it, and it gets you down from time to time. But today I want to talk about things that things that a little bit deeper than the physical. So I made some notes, the past few days, and because it doesn't just all come at the same time, and you'll be busy with something, and then you get reminded, or you remind yourself, because you're mindful of this. So then I'll just come and make notes because fibro fog is real, and sometimes starts really early in the day. So anyway, let's get going. So the first thing I want to speak about on a more personal level is your identity. And before we start, I speak for myself only. This is my experience in my life with work and stuff. I'm not speaking for anyone else. Your experience might be different, and it's okay. So my identity was not with my title or the work, like the title that I had at work. It was more about just being busy always, and not busy with mediocre things or small things, like something wasn't swept or whatever. It's big things, but I made that an excuse to to pursue that as my identity, or to define myself. And when you look at it from my point of view, where I'm no longer working, and how uncluttered my life really is without work, you realize how quickly you can jump into the deep end, and and you want to excel. That's what I always wanted to do, and from a young age I was always in supervision or supervisor positions or managerial positions, and for a young person to sit around a table and having to tell people in the 50s or late 50s, early 60s, that the work that they're doing is wrong, or you need to reprimand them. That's already people don't look, older people don't look favorably on young people when it comes to these things. So that was tough already. So you had to push, as a youngster, to just, when you have the solutions to problems, you had to shout it out. So people won't just listen to it, even if it made sense, just because you're young. They would just rather go for the older guys' opinions or solutions because of the experience and age and so forth. And so that's my experience. I had to really push, and you sometimes fight. It feels like you're fighting against the people that you're supposed to be working with you, because of your age. And so for the youngsters out there, I just want to give you a word of advice. Just because older people do things um, and they are morally wrong, or it's the easy way, like that board, don't follow them just because they're old. Just because they're old doesn't make it right. What makes it right is the fact that um, it's like a win-win situation. You don't hurt anyone else in the process. You don't get hurt in the process. You're building instead of breaking down. It's positive. It's constructive. There's no agenda of to demoralize someone or to make them feel inadequate because you want to feel better about yourself. So for the youngsters out there, stick it out. Take it from me. I've been through it. It's a fight daily. Okay, not always daily, but it's not easy. So first of all, you find your identity in your workplace, and like I said, it's not about the title, but it's about the workload. It's about the experience that you're picking up. It's about all the work that you're doing. Because you always talk about, you can say to people, you're a factory manager or production manager. A lot of people don't even have a clue what that means. But if you start telling them, instead of saying I'm a factory manager, you'll tell them, so, this is what I do. And you start listing everything, and then realize, okay, no, you're actually really, really busy. And you use it to sometimes hide from relationships. And I'm speaking to men now. We use it as an escape. And it's a good excuse because it's work, Someone said once that a father puts a roof over your head, food in your stomach, and clothes on your back. That's a father's duty, someone told me once. And there's no difference between that father and a boarding school or a children's home. There's absolutely no difference, or a shelter, I suppose, because they can do the same things. So what is the father then? What is his purpose? His character, his identity. That's where you actually find your identity is through a father, and because you carry his name. Like when you have a child, he carries your name. That's why you raise him the way you would want to see him also excel in the things that you do, but not the things that's going to hurt you, and not the things that's going to destroy relationships and households. That's not it. The true treasure in life is the one that is standing next to you, or that wake up next to you in the mornings, that stands next to you when things are good and things are not good, that made a vow, and these days divorce is easy, breakups is even easier, and they promote, again, they promote, if it doesn't make you happy, go somewhere else. There's always alternative options everywhere, in the shelves. If you're not happy with this, so find someone that's going to make you happy. That's not their purpose. Your spouse's purpose is not to make you happy. Happiness comes from inside, or happiness comes from happenings. Joy comes from inside.